I don't necessarily love the word swag, but sometimes it's just appropriate in this particular context. And what I'm talking about is the most swag in Major League Baseball belonging to one San Diego Padres organization. For many reasons, but predominantly the fact that they make brown and yellow look better than Dwight Schrute ever could.
Look at that. I mean, this isn't just a brown and yellow situation. This is a brown on brown with brown pinstripes, okay? This is not easy to execute, but the key to this entire uniform is how they mix in the yellow, all right? I was in San Diego this week, hanging out with some friends, having a lot of good fun. Let me tell you something. The bros are wearing these things on the street, and the Padres have had a lot of good uniforms over the years. You might recall the Tony Gwynn days of the blue and orange. Never mind the throwback to this. This is a nice update on an old look. I love every part of this, and the socks are half the battle. This is tremendous on a lot of levels.
I also just love the fact that we have road uniforms that aren't gray. Like, that's not a thing that we've seen a lot in baseball over the course of the last couple of years. And I just love the color combination. The fact that brown is being used on a baseball uniform is great. I think that these have jumped into the upper tier of best baseball uniforms. And I don't think that there's many road uniforms in the sport that you could say that about.
We got new developments, boys, because I thought those uniforms were gray. So I just learned I'm colorblind, baby. They are fully brown and mustard yellow. So it's Padres, Dwight Schrute, and the Wyoming Cowboys looking pristine in brown and gold. One more common look that a lot more people can pull off are the Toronto Blue Cheese. Blue cheese. They're playing in Buffalo. I'm trying to make it work. Those look sick.
What?
I'm trying to make it work, Clinton.
This is not that hard. The Buffalo Blue Jays. The Buffalo Blue Jays. Just imagine a buffalo with a bird on top, like you see on National Geographic, the symbiotic relationship moving through the Serengeti. Anyway, these are tight because the Blue Jays are a team that doesn't move outside of their normal color wheel in order to get the light blue look. You got teams like the Rangers that are doing this. The Royals used to do it. The Cardinals used to even do it back in the day. But this is normal for the Blue Jays. And the fact that they hit it on the road, yet at home in Buffalo, I love that. Another good sock look. The white cleat there is tremendous. You see my man Bo Bichette, who, that's right, Bo Bichette, back left, rocking it with the sleeve as well. This is a good look for this team, and I love them as well, getting it done out there in upstate New York.
Yeah, Clinton mentioned that the powder blue look has been coming back. I'm pretty sure when the Cardinals played there for their first game yesterday, in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, or whatever it's been since the COVID outbreak happened, they came back in their powder blues. And so seeing powder blue back in baseball has been throwing me for a loop a little bit, but I love the Blue Jays look, especially because, like Glenn mentioned, it's kind of in their color wheel. It fits right into their color scheme, and yeah, I love powder blue as a color, so just having that back in the sport is great for me.
You know what I was trying to go with, right? Buffalo wings.
You're really
Buffalo,
stretching it,
they dip it in blue cheese, so I'm calling them the Buffalo
I didn't.
cheese.
My bad.
You know, it's not a good joke if I have to explain it. I'm going to own that one.
It was not a good joke.
That one sucked. It's all good. You know what doesn't stink? The feet heat that we're about to see. Clinton, help us navigate what we're about to see on the feet.
Okay, so look, this past season, we've seen a lot of different guys navigate a lot of different things in terms of what they're doing with their shoes. I didn't even know who's going next here, though, so let's show it. But we've seen a lot of different guys doing a lot of different things with their shoes. And, like, for me, that's been the biggest deal in terms of what Major League Baseball has decided they want to let guys do. Joon talks about this all the time. And letting guys wear the cleats that whatever they want, that works out. Archie Bradley here, I mean, look at this. These are Jordans. Look at the pattern around the swoosh here. All right, this is the best part about this. You got the smiley face going as well as the rainbow swoosh. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And you've got that little explosion around the swoosh. That's a great look for those of you street art heads. That's a very normal thing that we see. I like these. These are more colorful than I think the average bear, even for somebody who wears colorful cleats. We saw Mookie Betts 3 weeks ago rocking those really dope Jordan 1s as well. These are nice though. Well, these are like a B+ for me, Joon. I don't know where these are for you.
Yeah, I think I would say somewhere around a B+. I think we've seen just kind of an explosion of Jordan 1s in terms of cleats on the field this year. Mookie has a couple of them, and there's a bunch of other players. The Cleat King, I think in terms of the hypebeast category, Clint Frazier is back in the major leagues, and he's turned a lot of the biggest hype sneakers into cleats. I actually saw him at Flight Club in New York once, and he was picking out a bunch of different shoes, I think, to convert into cleats. But I love generally seeing more of these kind of basketball shoe cleats on the baseball field.
All right, guys, I guess I'll have to play the role of contrarian. Joon touched on it. Too many Jordan 1s. So when too many people start doing it, it's no longer the next wave. It becomes the wave, right? I'm not knocking them. Those are sick, and you have to get them custom commissioned anyway. But it would be nice to throw in a couple different silhouettes. I say that to say, look what Dwight Smith has on the bottom of his feet. And Clinton, I want you to dissect what we're about to see next.
Okay, so I was watching this game in the wild, and Dwight Smith Jr. comes to the plate, and look at those. You can see the ripple in the sock, meaning that those are real, actual stirrups. So for all you idiots on the internet who want to yell at me about how solid socks don't work, first of all, they do. Second of all, this guy is actually rocking actual stirrups. Look at that. And by the way, the socks underneath them are called sanitaries. If you don't know, now you know. Look at how this transitions nicely with a stripe from the black to the orange, and they got it done up well with the hat. You see the hat they got on the right. Man, this is a great look for the O's today. They've been crushing the Nats recently, so I'm not very happy with them. But I'm from DC, which is close enough to Birdland, where I'll give them their props. This looks fantastic. Not just in still, but also in play as well. Big shouts to GSJ. Love that guy right now.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen high socks come back over the course of like the last 5 years, especially since I think Stan's socks took over the official MLB socks for a little bit before Nike came back into the picture. I love seeing the high socks in baseball. I think it's better than the baggy pants look. That was kind of predominant in baseball over the course of maybe 2000s and 2010s. I am all in on actual real stirrups.
No, I'm making enemies out of my friends. I'm total Manny Ramirez, baggy pants, hitting dingers, tripping over the extra fabric.
What?
Pants look like
Get
Jinkos.
out of here.
That look is so sick. The stirrups are just difficult. Just wear a pair of socks. All right, boys, eyes up here, eyes up here. I'm talking the Shades game in Francisco Lindor. He's got everything working. This dude, again, definition of swaggy. And these Oakleys with that 90s motif, loving it.
I mean, the pattern might be 90s, but this is taking me back to the 80s with Kumo D, one of the OG rappers in the game. How you like me now? If you don't know that, you can YouTube it on your own. But this was also complete, Joon, with a larger look in terms of his mask and the way he had the chains moving. Those of you know Frankie know that he plays with the ice on. You know what I'm saying? That's not an impediment to his game as a fielder on the infield. This guy just was accessorized out today in a way that I hadn't seen in a long time. And he came off the field and I was just like, what is on his eyeballs? And where do I get those? Now I know. Oakleys. Those things are getting it done, Joon.
I'm going to admit, I'm kind of out on these. I don't really love the huge sunglasses. I saw them as a major spring training trend. Like when I went down to Florida back in February before, everything in the world started falling apart. Lots of guys were kind of wearing these enormous sunglasses, and they
they gotta battle the sun.
They kind of look like ski goggles to me. Like, I really think that this is a trend that's gonna phase out like fight necklaces in like 5 years.
Ski goggles are cool, dude. Come on.
One trend I think we can all get on board with is we're going to see some exquisite drip commemorating a 100-year anniversary of the Negro League starting in 1920, obviously this being the 100-year anniversary. And those things go hard, Clinton.
They're amazing. I mean, this is just such a clean look. A lot of people don't really understand what it is you don't want to break down when it is you're talking about sneakers. They just want to look at, sort of the silhouette or what's on the tongue or what's on the logo. Peep the laces here, y'all. This is the level of detail that I'm here for. The two-tone laces with the blue and the red complementing nicely those stripes across the shoe. And this is just the low-top version, okay? There's a high-top version of this that has a strap. My man Dominic Smith has been wearing those. He's been wearing those today for the Mets. This is just a great look all around. Nike better sell these, man, because I'll buy them. I'd buy them in just regular flats to wear around on the street. To tell my friends, don't talk to me when I see you. You know what I'm saying? These are dope.
Yeah, I just
walk around in cleats.
Well, I would not, but I'm not playing anymore. Yeah.
I just love the fact that people are paying attention to their cleats now. Like, I don't think it was maybe 4 years ago, where most cleats were black, except for the A's uniforms, who obviously have historically worn white cleats. I just love the fact that guys are paying attention to this now, and I hope that as up and down the roster, I hope more guys kind of pay attention to this stuff, because I think it's just awesome. It's just an awesome way to show personality on the field.
It's a good look.
And just quickly, can I give a shout out to Bob Kendrick of the Negro Leagues? Pardon me, Gary, pardon me. I just want to give a quick shout out to Bob Kendrick of the Negro League Museum. He runs that joint. So for those of you who don't know about what goes on or what did go on for black baseball players, check that place out if you ever get to Kansas City. Bob Kendrick is the most charismatic person in all of baseball, and he dresses better than you two and all of us on this panel. So deal with it. That's all.
Clinton, I speak for myself when I say that is not a high bar to eclipse as it relates to my fashion. I have 10 of the same shirts, but you guys have a little more drip, so to speak. Make sure anytime you're in Kansas City to go check out the Negro League Baseball Hall of Fame, and more Baseball Tonight Live every Sunday.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.